All right, I'm going to dive into Collywag. All right. Because I know that when dogs chew, it sometimes helps to keep them calm, keep them occupied, take off some of the surface tartar. There's a lot of products out there. Some are really good and some are downright dangerous. And being a man that has rescued two dogs so far, I don't know your whole dog history, but I'm thinking you're thinking like a consumer and also like a safety person when you're creating a product for a dog, correct?
That's very true.
So
Um,
talk about how you kind of help create this product because there's different ones out on the market, but you're looking at their flaws and saying, we're not going down that path, right?
that's what we try and do. Absolutely. If it's not something that falls in line with something similar to what we've created before, then certainly we take a look at the marketplace, look at the products out there, find ways to differentiate our products from theirs, and then go to work.
So what makes Collywag stand out like a Great Dane next to a bunch of Chihuahua chews? What is it that you found in making it that it was much needed?
Yeah, good question. So a lot of the collagen products that are out there are based off of rawhide that's been converted to collagen. And as that's done, obviously they're looking at chemical treatments to do that.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people will pick up a product that looks like a rawhide, but yet it claims to be collagen. Um, a lot of that collagen is not available nutritionally. Rawhides
Oh.
really aren't digestible, and so as people are taking rawhide and breaking it down from rawhide down to the pure elements of rawhide, which would be the amino acids that make up
Mm-hmm.
the protein, they would stop the process along the way to get what's available in collagen, but not totally lose the form of the rawhide. And so the big question is really how much of the collagen is available for nutritional uptake, and that's always bothered me. Um, because if you hydrolyze collagen or rawhide all the way down to collagen and pure amino acid, there is no structure. It's virtually gelatin.
Whoa.
So obviously these people are stopping along the way because it looks still like rawhide. Um, the problem with this whole thing is you can't measure collagen directly. There is no methodology or tests to measure how much collagen is available nutritionally.
Mm-hmm.
It can tell you how much collagen is there, but not necessarily nutritionally available. And that's been the struggle with a lot of companies because you can't claim that it's collagen if it's truly rawhide.
Right. So Collywag, though, you've taken it a step further.
Right. We went and found a different source of collagen. We went to the soup bone industry where they're cooking down the soup
Oh,
bone, the bones, and
yeah.
and the collagen that comes off of the broth is what we use in our in the collywag bones. So that collagen is water soluble. It's coming right out of the soft tissue, and that's more available nutritionally.
And its cousin, bone broth, is also a very good treat for dogs, keeps them hydrated, keeps them good nutrition, right? I don't know if you've ever made bone broth for Sadie and Lucky, but I'm so glad that you kind of broke it down.
Yeah. It's easy when you start talking down through things in a way that everybody can relate to, and that's typically how I've had so much success, as opposed to talking about things in scientific terms that confuse people and people can't follow.
There's a passion and there's a purpose, and I think that's what you're about. So when you get a patent, I mean, it's got to be a pretty exhaustive process. You got to dot your I's and cross your T's and all that, and then do a little pray.
Yeah, that's absolutely true, especially the last 10 years. The patent office has been real tough trying to find anything they possibly can find that's remotely close or similar in any way.
Wow.
And they use that to reject the patent application. So it absolutely, it's a feat to get it through these days.
Now, did this get a patent? Did the Collywag, or is it pending?
No, the Callywags, it would be difficult to get a patent on the Callywags.
Okay. So for us mere mortals, can you give me an example of one or two patents that you have that people might go, "Hey, Mabel, did you hear what Mark Lavin did? He did that."
Yeah. I've got a number of patents in a lot of different areas. Some are electronic, some are edible, some are consumable products for humans. I do have a product that just came through the patent office over the last couple months. Actually, in May it issued, and
Okay.
this is a product that serves a need in the marketplace, and we're still trying to commercialize this, but the patent came through. So when dogs are forced to take medicine, if it's not a medicine that is in a dog friendly form, in other words,
Yep.
a tablet or a capsule, there's a large number of dogs that are chewers and a large number of dogs that are gulpers. And the dogs that are gulpers, you can wrap that in anything that's flavorful and the dog will eat it and you won't have any problems.
Right.
But the chewers are difficult because once they bite into a tablet or a capsule, no matter what you've got on the outside, the second or third time you try and pill them, they're going to take their tongue and unwrap that pill or tablet or capsule and spill it out. Yep, spit it
Yeah.
out. And they'll
Yeah.
eat the treat. And then they'll look at you for more of that treat.
So what
So
do you got?
we created, it's virtually an edible sticky material that is inside of a non-sticky material. So it's very much like a treat, like a typical treat. But when you stick the pill inside of the real sticky material, the dog can't take his tongue and unwrap it.
Grasshopper, you're outfoxing the canine. Nice, nice.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, we'll have to have you back when that gets all approved and anointed and all that. That's pretty neat. Now, we've got about a minute left. See how fast this goes? You also, I believe, are on the advisory board to the FDA and to Health Canada. That sounds
Yeah,
very prestigious.
yeah, well, that was years ago, and
Oh, okay.
it happened when there was an outbreak of salmonella back in 1999 and 2000. It was the
Okay.
it was the first time that the human salmonella infection was tied back to pet treats.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And at that time, they needed to pull scientists together from the pet industry, people who understood food science. I was doing work up in Canada and I was doing work in the United States, and it just so happened that my paths crossed with several agents in both departments. So Health Canada, I was asked to sit on their advisory board. The poisonings that happened back then, and there was a lot of them. Um, the form of salmonella was extremely intense. There were a number of kids that were irreversibly changed. Um, it was devastating, and it was the first time that CFIA or Health Canada had actually tied it to a source that was
Wow.
not really looked at before, and that was pet products, pet treats. So
Well,
it, just shortly after that, all the issues started to spill into the United States, and so the FDA started to get involved, and it became a very big deal. And that actually initiated guidances for pet treat manufacturers in terms of food safety.
your science is amazing. I love that you have two dogs that are you plucked from the streets. Anything you want to say to people about checking out Collywags?
Oh, I would encourage people trying it as soon as it hits the market, and it's going to be moving out soon and over the next couple months through a number of outlets.